Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
The governor's mask mandate provides exemptions for people with certain medical issues. Tonight, the defenders have a look at their ordeal at places like grocery stores. Paula?
How parents can make or break in-person learning come this fall. Lessons being learned from summer school and parent emails. I'll explain.
A local police officer makes a baby cry, and the family couldn't be more thankful. The baby's cries were such a relief to everyone because that meant the 3-week-old girl was breathing again.
Baby was choking when the first-year officer arrived on the scene and his training took over. His dashboard camera captured all of it as the frantic family was watching. Priya Mann takes us through a remarkable rescue.
He's a rookie cop with nerves of steel, and now he can add saving an infant's life to his career experience.
Hey, what's going on with the baby? Okay, calm down, let me see the baby.
Dashcam video shows a frantic mom handing her infant to a Sterling Heights police officer.
Please, where's the emergency? Hold on. Let me see the baby.
As the family watched helplessly on the front lawn, the officer stays calm and flips the baby over on her stomach.
Yes, there you go. Okay. He's crying. Okay.
It was too much for the young mother, who collapsed on the street in tears. After watching the video, the police chief says, put simply, his officer is a hero.
Talk about a heartwarming video. I'm so proud of my officer. He just did a great job, and we're very, very proud of him.
The family called police last Thursday. The infant was drinking milk from her bottle when she choked and lost consciousness. The officer jumped into action.
As anyone, especially when a baby isn't breathing, that's stressful enough. But then to arrive on scene and have the entire family come running towards your patrol car, I'm sure our officer knew immediately this was not good. And he acted so calmly, so professionally. He's reassuring the family as he's providing medical attention to the infant.
The 3-week-old baby girl is alive thanks to the quick thinking of Officer Majieski, who's been with the department for less than 2 years.
This officer performed well as an understatement and saved a life. There is absolutely no doubt he saved a life.
She's got a pulse and she's breathing, okay?
And the family did not want to talk to us on camera today because there's a slight language barrier, but they said they are so grateful to the Sterling Heights Police Department. I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
That's really something. All right, Priya. Some sad news to report. Detroit businessman Matty Moroun has passed away. He, of course, was the longtime owner of the Ambassador Bridge. He once owned the old Michigan Central Station in Corktown as well from 1995 till 2018. Moroun was always colorful, often controversial, once spent time in jail back in 2012 for contempt of court. Family members say Moroun passed away peacefully at his home of congestive heart failure. Matty Moroun, dead at the age of 93.
Now to the latest on the fight against coronavirus as cases continue to surge in many states.
Michigan's reported numbers are lower today. That, we'll point out, though, again, seems to be the case on Mondays, generally speaking. States reporting 384 new cases. 7 more Michiganders have lost their lives to the virus, too.
43 cases have been linked to a house party in Saline over the 4th of July weekend. Anyone who was at that party has been contacted and asked to self-quarantine. We're told most of those who tested positive are between 15 and 25 years old.
Today is day 1 of the governor's new mandate on masks, making it a misdemeanor to refuse to wear one in enclosed public spaces, and violators can face a $500 fine. Businesses risk losing their licenses if they don't in turn enforce that rule.
Now, there are exemptions laid out by the governor for people who can't medically tolerate wearing a face mask.
But many people who have that legitimate medical reason not to wear one know they're going to be questioned about it each time they step into a store.
For that angle of this complicated issue, we turn to Local 4 defender Sean Lay. Sean, lots of people are on edge over this.
Absolutely, because look, you get your mask on, head into a store like this Meijer here, you see someone without a mask, certainly catches your eye, and then if you hear the person say they can't medically tolerate wearing a mask, what does that mean? It actually looks and sounds like a woman named Pam Miller from St. Clair Shores. She's trying to wear her mask. She is struggling with this.
I feel like I can't catch my breath. I feel like everything's just closing in on me.
With major lung issues, Pam Miller is trying to follow the order to wear masks.
I've passed out in 3 different stores which is lovely when they call 911 and there's a paramedic there and you're like, no, I am okay. I just can't breathe with a mask on.
Businesses must now block anyone who isn't wearing a mask except people who cannot medically tolerate a face covering. Pam telling the defenders some shops do not want to hear it.
And they said, you can't be in here without a mask. Didn't you see the sign? And I said, yes, I saw the sign. But it also says if you're medically unable, then you don't have to. And they said, no, that doesn't matter. You just get out of the store. We can't sell anything to you. We can't have you in the store. It's our license.
There are two issues here. One, if you are disabled and can't wear a mask, federal and state law says the business must offer to accommodate you in other ways. And as long as they offer, they can still keep you out.
You don't have to have a note from the doctor. You do need to notify the place of public accommodation or public service that you are a person with a disability and that you need an accommodation.
Accommodations like curbside grocery pickup or outdoor dining. But if you aren't disabled and can't tolerate a mask like Pam, Kimberly Woolridge with the Michigan Department of Civil Rights says the business might want to still offer you other accommodations for you to stay outside.
Or they could let them in if it's an issue of they just can't medically tolerate.
I'm not offended if you ask. I'm offended when you start yelling at me when there's other customers in the store that I need to just get out like, I have no rights.
And listen, Pam tells us she is very much trying to limit her going to different shops. Sometimes she says it's unavoidable. I want to get back to Kimberly Woolridge from Michigan Department of Civil Rights Compliance Division. She gave us a good boil down of all this. Not allowing entrance, she says, is very different than refusing service. If a person goes to a restaurant and can't tolerate a mask but is not disabled, the restaurant's under no obligation to offer anything else like a reasonable accommodation. That person can stay, doesn't have to wear a mask. The risk for the business here is that other customers then, guys, can complain to the state saying that person's not wearing a mask. That could cause problems to the business owner just trying to do the right thing. Back to you.
All right, I appreciate the clarification. Thank you, Sean.
Well, just about a perfect summer day in Michigan today.
I always appreciate that little dip in temps, and you can kind of really enjoy the sun. Right, Ben?
Yeah, Karen and David, especially coming after those 90-degree days that we had in a street, this is even more helpful and more noticeable, too, than if we were just coming off of a couple 80s here and there. It is 78 outside right now, plus that low humidity. That's what makes all the difference. And we've got a light north wind that's coming along with it. And of course, with today being Monday, let's take a look at the next 7. And it does look like we'll be seasonably mild tomorrow, but the heat returns midweek. We do have another 90-degree streak that we're going to embark on here before the end of the week. One thing that is going to be hard to find is rain in that forecast. We'll look at the chances of getting a drop here and there in just a few minutes. The Local Forecasters app has your 10-day forecast and tracking our next shower chance. Get it for free in your app store by searching WDIV. Guys?
The vandalism of a mosque in Moroun is prompting calls tonight for a hate crime investigation. Several windows were smashed at the El Hassan Islamic Center in Moroun. As our Grant Herms reports, local Muslim leaders fear this could be part of a continuing pattern of intimidation.
Neighbors say a man drove up and used a hammer to break all 5 of these windows. The imam here feels targeted, and the state's largest Islamic advocacy group is calling it a hate crime. 3 seconds of video is all neighbors captured of who they say broke the windows at the new mosque across the street in Warren. Over the weekend, they say a white man pulled up and removed a hammer from his trunk and started to smash the windows before speeding away, leaving behind broken glass and a broken hammer for police to collect.
Not feeling good because we feel so sorry for them because we are living in the very good neighborhood.
The Al Hassan Islamic Center has only been here since March after buying an old church off 10 Mile, which also serves as a youth center. The imam at the mosque says he feels it was more than just vandalization.
We could say this is hate crime.
We hope that all law enforcement looks into this matter and investigates it as a potential hate crime.
The Michigan chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations is now calling on Warren police to investigate the incident as a hate crime. So far, investigators have only classified it as vandalism. Warren police were unavailable to talk to us this afternoon. But Kara says an attack on a house of worship should rise to the level of a hate crime.
It is the intimidation that people feel of not being able to freely worship in their own communities, right? That there are people who don't want them there. They're not welcome in their own community. So it's bigger than just a few $100s of fixing some windows.
And CARE is offering a $1,000 reward for any information that leads to the arrest of whoever vandalized this mosque. In Warren, Grant Herms, Local 4.
Summer school is offering a lot of lessons about what education might look like this fall.
Much of the concern about going back to school is centered on kids being kids, which in other words means unpredictable. But as our Paula Tutman shows us, so far, schools are finding the real wild card is often parents.
So when we think about this experiment called summer school, it gives us information on what in-person learning might look like in the fall. One thing that has come up, however, is the importance of the parental response. The plan is for Novi schools to have in-person learning this fall, using its current summer school model as a dress rehearsal. One thing that is clear is while students thus far are amenable to the changes it will take to keep them safe, a bigger problem is emerging that could throw a kink in the safe protocols, and that's some parents.
I received an email from a parent that said, I'm going to contact my lawyer and see what legal options I have to prevent you from forcing my kid to wear a mask. And this parent said the science is not good on mask wearing. Masks
will be mandatory just to even enter the building, period.
I think the science is pretty good about mask wearing, and so it concerns me that there are members of our community that are so adamant that a simple precaution like a mask, like I have, is not something that they want to wear.
And students who take this virus seriously are alarmed.
It's been over-politicized, and it's really costing us big time. By people actively choosing to not wear masks and not do social distancing, they're affecting me, even though it is something mundane like that. But it still sucks when you miss out on those life milestones and experiences.
And it's because of some parents that some students themselves become the gaping hole in the chain link fence of safety precautions against COVID for in-person learning.
They're engaging in activities that are problematic, and that student will then come to our school and potentially be around other students who have been safe, but now this one student could be a spreader of the virus. We're trying to walk a tightrope between ensuring that we don't spread the virus, but also ensuring that students are in an environment where they can thrive. If I have one message to parents, I would say start having your kids wear masks at home so they feel comfortable wearing masks. Engage in the science, and take as many precautionary measures as you can to make sure that when your children come to our schools in the fall, that you have done everything you can to make them safe.
Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Exactly right. All right, Paula, we've got more to come here at 6 o'clock.
We sure do. You're going to meet a local minister who heard another calling, the call to help find a vaccine for COVID-19. He is next.